Attack on Titan is a series that, if not for its existence, I wouldn't be here. Video on that in the future if you want to see it. So I thought that while the final season is on a 2-week break, this is the best time to go back and revisit some of my personal favorite moments in AOT so far, as the series has a lot of them. So much of them, I couldn't possibly fit into one video. Moments like episodes Hero, Reiner versus Eren, and the insane reveal of Mikasa's cheese grater abs are three that come to mind out of the dozens of others off the top of my head. So with that out of the way, here are my favorite moments from Attack on Titan seasons 1 through 3. While Season 1 to most is the weakest and critically not as well received outside of the major outlets, it's home to some absolutely incredible moments, most notably the first ever instance of Eren turning into a Titan to save good old Mikasa. Leading up to this moment, in a heroic move, Eren sacrifices himself to save Armin from being eaten by a Titan. Armin returning to the squad tells Mikasa of this, which sees her mentally check out as her Ackerman instincts take over as she becomes a flying weapon, slicing through everything out of heartbreak and anger for the Titans, taking away all of the family she has left besides Armin. This scene does many things for Mikasa's character, as it shows her ruthless side and skills as a leader in a squad, and shows that Armin and Eren are the pillars of her life. Without these two people, she is nothing more than an empty husk that has no direction or motivations. Mikasa, in the weirdest sense, is one of the most lovable characters, despite her skills in killing people of various sizes and backgrounds. Is still a person you want to protect, the innocence that remains neatly tucked away from a world which wishes to pry it open. But just when you think she's given up all hope, she still remains a warrior. True to her nature, she will never give up and will fight even when a part of her light dies. This is where Eren comes in, as we see for the first time ever an example of a Titan shifter in context. Eren saves Mikasa and fights against the Titans. This moment is made all the more sweet when Eren is cut out of the Titan later on, and Mikasa holds on to Eren crying. While a rare sight to see Mikasa emotional, when it does happen, it's always to me just as surprising as some of the biggest twists in AOT. You just love to see it. This moment really did a lot for Attack on Titan in Season 1, as up until this point the series kind of slowed down, and it helped establish the emotional connection not only between Armin and Eren, but as well Armin and Mikasa and Eren, all three of them. This really was the moment I felt this trio of characters clicked for the very first time. Not talked about as often in comparison to Season 3, Season 2 still has some and amazing moments. While only being 12 episodes, it was able to fit in such memorable and exciting moments like this example of the first showdown between Reiner and Eren in their Titan forms. At this point, I was light years ahead in the manga, so I had already experienced this in manga form at the time, but I couldn't contain my excitement finally being able to see this moment animated, and boy, I was not let down. Reiner and Eren's use of professional wrestling and MMA moves really lended a lot of levity to this fight, and at times felt more like the real-life counterpart than an anime due to the animation being so well done. But it goes beyond just Reiner and Eren. Another memorable moment in this fight is when we get to see Bertolt use his colossal Titan form in a unique way that shows how much control Titan shifters have over in their forms. But what this moment meant to the story and characters is something we're feeling the effects of to this day in the final season. The relationship between Eren and Reiner is such a huge sticking point in the story because of how Eren and the others took this betrayal. Annie, Bertolt, and Reiner took the trust of their comrades and threw it out the window as they tried to flood out the founding Titan in the process, killing so many people. Eren, Armin, and Mikasa were all betrayed to the very core, and this fight is only part one in what I assume to be a future historic showdown between the two sirloin beef sons of bitches as they throw down, hopefully sometime in the future, to finally put an end to this rivalry and get revenge, not just for the trio's family being taken away from them, but as well revenge for all of humanity that Bertolt, Annie, and Reiner sought to destroy. This fight was not just physical, but it was also an emotional one as well. While I really do want to go down the list of all of my favorite moments in Season 2, I think the perfect way to cap Season 2 in this video is to mention the incredible final episode of that season. Eren's scream and really just everything around that moment As I talk to you all right now, I'm not even kidding, the hair is standing up on the back of my neck. There are actually goosebumps on my arm. This whole episode was damn near perfect and probably one of my favorite episodes of the whole season. This episode features two of the most emotional moments in Attack on Titan since, and that is Eren's vow to protect Mikasa, and of course, the redemption and heroic sacrifice of Hannes. I don't think it can be expressed enough how great of a supporting character Hannes is and how subtle yet memorable his character is. Originally a drunkard that saw the life of a scout inside the walls as an easy job, he would tease Eren and belittle his stance and belief that the scouts should be more than what they are now. Then, when the fateful day came, his training failed him as the Titan form of Dina Fritz, aka Dina Jaeger, scared him into running away as Mikasa and Eren were carried away, only to see the horrifying image of Carla Jaeger, Eren's mother and Mikasa's parental figure, being devoured by her husband's former wife. Ain't that a bitch? But while Hannes failed them that day, he is there in this most crucial of moments to redeem himself by sacrificing his life to ensure the two children he saved then are saved once more. Finally, Hannes proved that his biggest regret from that fateful day was washed away by his most heroic moment as he sacrifices himself for the children his friend Carla cared so much for. But while Hannes struggled with Dina, you have Eren and Mikasa, the aforementioned, seeking to get his own revenge against the Titan that ate his mother. Eren bites into his own flesh, but when he doesn't turn, the only thing he can do is proceed to bite and rip into his hand in a fury of rage. The moment he's been waiting for is right there. It's finally here, and while Hannes struggles to get an angle on Dina, Mikasa can only look on as Eren is helpless to this unfortunate situation. Hannes is captured, and he dies, killed by Dina. Eren collapses to the ground with a look of utter disbelief and shock. In a matter of seconds, Eren goes from heated and ready to fight Dina to the next moment, utter defeat. Then, in a mad laugh, he can only say nothing has changed for him. The person he thought he was becoming, the hero who could defeat the Titan threat, is nothing more than the weakling he was from the very start. But it's not until Mikasa breaks him out of this spell by telling him it's not true what he's saying that Eren realizes there's people that are still counting on him. Because of people like Eren, it gave Mikasa a purpose to live. The scarf around Mikasa's neck is a symbol of that friendship and love. So Eren will continue on and vows to protect the somehow ceaselessly adorable but also frighteningly crazy Mikasa. I mean, I think we all would have. Do you see those six-pack abs she's rocking? The sheer intensity of her shadow boxing? I mean, Mikasa is literally Spike Spiegel's type.
Love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
Then, we finally have a moment I'm sure many of you will know by now, and that's when Erwin is sacrificed for Armin to become the next holder of the Colossal Titan. Following a climactic moment, in defiance, Armin refuses to stand down to Berthold, even though his searing hot output of heat and steam is literally burning him to death. But Armin will not give up, as while this is happening, Berthold can't do anything, making him immobile. This gives Eren the time he needs to recover, and as well the opening for Eren to rip Berthold from the Colossal Titan's nape. Moments before this, Eren and most of the Survey Corps sacrificed their lives to ensure Levi could get to the Beast Titan to capture him, and see that Erwin would get turned into a Titan and eat Zeke, thus gaining another Titan shifter in their ranks and capturing the Beast Titan. But now arriving at the scene, Erwin is still holding on, though his wounds are fatal, with Levi arriving with the serum, ready to turn Erwin into a Titan and eat Berthold, but the charred body of Armin still shows signs of life, and now begins one of the hardest and most controversial decisions Hange, Levi, Mikasa, and Eren will ever make. The leader of humanity, Erwin, or the brilliant tactician, Armin. A decision even people in real life across many forums still argue about over this day, and certainly something many people have theorized about. Erwin, through either a moment of selflessness that rarely happens based on his character, an intense desire to see what's in the basement, or just a genuine moment of sacrifice, he swats away the serum for Armin, and he dies, as now Armin becomes the holder of the Colossal Titan. Truly a shocking moment, but also possibly one of the coolest moments due to its implications, as one of the smartest smartest and most brilliant minds is now in control of one of the most destructive forces of nature in all of Attack on Titan, that simply transforming can act as a nuclear bomb that can decimate and wipe out entire nations. Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps again, but man, that's why I love AOT. It's so good. What surprised me the most about this scene isn't the outcome, but the decision they have to make and the conclusions in which they came to make the decision of sacrificing Erwin for Armin. I think this moment backs up exactly what I was talking about for my previous examples in this video, in particular Eren and Mikasa's values and how they will sacrifice anything to make sure Armin or one of the other two live. Without Armin, both Mikasa and Eren are simply incomplete. They rely on each other. While some would consider the bond between Mikasa and Eren romantic, it simply goes deeper than that. It's rooted in family, and that deep bond that Eren and Mikasa has transfers over to Armin as well. Of course, I don't mean Eren and Armin are going to get married and kiss at the end, and while I'm sure there are many people that made those dojins already, I mean, to be fair, Eren's physique is pretty damn great. These three ride and die together as a unit. To Eren and Mikasa, losing Armin isn't just losing another person, it's losing family, or to use an even better analogy, like losing a vital organ or body part. Eren is the heart and soul, Mikasa is the body, and Armin is the brains, the most vital part of the body. Without Armin, without Eren, and without Mikasa, it kind of simply all falls apart. In the case of their absence, they become nothing more than a mere doll. Every example I've used so far has been on purpose because I think these three moments in my mind represent why this main trio is so good and so important to Attack on Titan. I also just freaking love the depth of writing in AOT. It's why I'm covering it again after so long away from it. I mean, the only reason I watch anime and am an anime channel is literally because of Attack on Titan, so this video is really cathartic to make for me. But I have so much more to share. If you want to see a part 2 of this, or better yet, the story of how Attack on Titan got me into doing anime content in 2014, if you want to see that, comment below. But thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later. Also, comment below what AOT videos you want to see next, and please check out some of my other content on ReZero, as in comparison, those videos don't get as many views as my AOT stuff. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.